Coming to get you, Bobber.
Hi guys, my name is Barry and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be looking at the Halloween Kills poster that I created last week or so. A lot of people asked me if this was authentic. I took it as a compliment because obviously it does, I think it looks pretty good, to be honest. When I do custom covers, custom posters, trailers and stuff, I do a lot more than I post up, but some of the ones that I make just don't make it to social media because I don't like them, to be honest. The only ones that make it to social media are the ones that I'm genuinely proud of. And I'm really proud of the Halloween Kills one that I've done because a lot of people really did like it. I've got a lot of good feedback on it as well. Some people even took my logo out of the poster and pretended it is their own, which is annoying, but at the same time I take that as a compliment as well because some people are trying to take your own work and class it as their own. But one of the big questions that I'm getting is, how do you do these things? The reason that I'm doing a video for this today is because the Halloween Kills poster that I made, as much as it might look good to you, it was very simple. A very simple design, very easy to do, and it didn't take me long at all. I'm not going to go through it step by step and tell you what I've done, but I'll tell you what it takes to just make a basic poster. Because when I started out making posters, this was years ago, I used to do on what's called Corel Paint Shop Pro. I don't even know if people still use that, but I didn't even use layers when I done it, so it was very difficult. When I made a mistake, I'd have to go back and try it again because I never saved layers, I never done anything like that, so it took a long time and it turned out to be bad anyway. But obviously over the years I've learned professionally how to use Photoshop, so I'm a professional Photoshop user. It might not look like it today for one horrible reason. I've got 3 USB slots on my laptop. One is getting taken up with my hard drive, one is getting taken up from my webcam, and the other is getting taken up from this microphone. So I've had to take my Bluetooth mouse out, so I'm using the touchpad just now, and the touchpad is terrible. Luckily I'm not going to be doing anything, I'm just going to be showing you certain things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself smaller and then put myself to the back so that I can come back and talk to you but show you the poster. So this is the poster that I posted last week that it got some good reviews, which is pretty cool. And yeah, to be honest, I do like it. I made some adjustments to it since I last posted it. I've lightened up Laurie's face a little bit because she was a little bit dark. But the key aspects of a poster, again, I'm not a professional poster designer, but what I do like is typography and basically the way that text looks on a poster, where it's situated, because that's very important and that's key to a poster. If you've got the wrong text style on a poster, it just looks bad no matter how good the image looks. If you've got good typography, good text and good images, but they're in the wrong positions, again it can look bad. So it's very important that you get it right. So what I've done is I've taken a template from my eyes to what I see posters, how they normally look. You get the standard text at the top telling you a little tagline of the movie. You get your image, then you get your title at the bottom, round about the bottom, and then at the very bottom basically you've got some of the company logos, and if it's a promotional image of a movie that's not out yet, you tend to get a date or coming soon if there's no date yet. So that's the rough idea of what a poster looks like. You can see the little black logo there, that's my Wolfman's Got Nards logo. I tend to put that hidden, well, most of the time hidden on my posters, so that if somebody does steal it as their own, I can say, well, look, you've got my logo in there. Obviously that's noticeable, so a lot of people are just rubbing that out and saying it's their own, so it's a bit of a bummer, but again, it's a compliment. So let me go ahead and put myself to the back, get myself away from there. You can still kind of see me somewhere. Hello. And we'll go ahead and have a quick look at the poster. So I'm going to come away from OBS and go into the poster, so hopefully you can see me move around. So at the right hand side, this is how I put my Photoshop. A lot of people do it completely different to me. This is the way I'm comfortable with. So I've got all my layers at the right hand side. For the purpose of this video, I'll maybe bring it up a little bit. But I've always got a navigation window there, makes it easier for me to navigate. So on this, oh, that one's not on. Slap that on there, so that's a universal logo. So again, you work with layers because that's the easiest way to do it. I'll show you what the poster looks like textless you always have to do a textless poster first before you add on any text or logos. So I'll remove the universal logo. I'll remove this logo. Again, I'm not using the mouse here, so it's going to be a little bit longer. Remove. See all the little images at the bottom are starting to remove. Miramax is coming away. My Wolfman's got a Nards image. And then we get to some of the text. Now, again, it's best to try and find the best text as possible. When I was younger, I tried to just do images of, like, let's use this as an example, Halloween Kills. Some people would take an image of the title, Halloween Kills, and use it as an image on the poster. It's not a good idea. It's best to have an actual text of it, so find the right text for it. So look, take the text away, that comes away, and then take away the saga of Michael Myers at the top. And now you've got yourself a textless poster. Nice and clean art to use as you want. You can use it as a thumbnail, which is what I've done for some of my social media outlets. And it just makes it nice and clean for you. I've not posted this up because it's very easy to edit for anyone to make it their own. Even though they've already done that, I'm not going to post the full res image up because some people will just try and use it as their own, which again is annoying. But again, this was a very simple design. It consists of 3 images, 3 layers, and that's it. Now, it did take a little bit of time to get it the way I wanted it, like the opacity of some of the images, the gradients, to mix it all together. But apart from that, it's literally 4 images. One is a black background, which is standard. Excuse me. Then you've got the 3 main ones. So you've got Laurie. She was probably the hardest one because I had to blend her in with the fire. So take her away. You've just got Michael. Michael again, a little bit hard, but not too hard. Take him away. You've just got the fire. Now the fire is just literally a vector layer that I found on Google, and that's it. There's nothing special behind that. So you take that away and you've got the black background, and that's it. Now take away the black background, you keep the fire, you've just got the fire like that. So that's a vector layer. It's like a PNG file basically, if you're using PNGs. And it's got a transparent background so that it can blend in a lot easier to other images, like that for example. So you put those guys in and you've got that. You obviously have to decide what colour of background you want. I've just chosen plain black. I did contemplate putting like the Myers house, not the Myers house, Laurie's house at the bottom here or in the background. I did do that and it looked pretty good, but then I noticed that some other people started to do their own posters as well with the flames and the house, and I didn't want it to look too similar, so I decided not to do that. So I made it simple. I had Michael, Laurie, and the fire. That's really it, because it is Michael versus Laurie, and obviously add in the text there. Now some of you might have saw that I'd done a 4K UHD. I'm not going to show you that, but I've done a 4K cover for Halloween Kills, and it's very simple to do. You just need to change the aspect ratio of your image, put it onto your 4K or Blu-ray template, which is what I've done. Don't stretch any image whatsoever, make it fit without stretching it. I've seen people try to do Blu-ray covers and stretching the images. It really does my head in. Don't do that. But again, all you need to do is take away your what do you call it, your dates and stuff like that, and your logos, because they don't tend obviously to be on Blu-ray covers. You would just have the image of what you want and the title, and then maybe some extras if you want to put it in there, and that's basically it. So I don't want to spend too much time with it, guys, because for those of you who are not interested, this will be very boring. I just thought I'd do a dedicated video for this, because I know that a lot of people did ask, like, well, that's amazing, how did you do that, or where did you find that? Again, I take it all as a compliment. Didn't find it anywhere, just made it myself. But one thing you have to do, I'm not saying I'm the most creative person in the world, but one thing you have to have is a bit of creativity. Make it your own. Let's put myself back there. Make it your own. You know, try and make your own design. Think about what you would want in a Halloween poster, and think about the plot as well, because the plot has to kind of match the poster that you're making. There's no point in me having, say, Michael, Laurie sitting on a train, because it doesn't match the plot. you have to match the plot a little bit, so there's obviously going to be flames in Halloween Kills, so I decided to add flames in, not just little flames, but big flames, because this is going to be an explosive entry into the franchise. So that's all for today, guys. That's just a little mini tutorial. I wouldn't even call it tutorial because I never told you how to do anything, but that's just a little mini inside look at the kind of layers that I work with when it comes to posters. I'll maybe do some of these videos in the future because it is quite fun to try and explain how I do things. I don't want to leak out all my secrets to everyone just in case the people tried to copy me, but that's basically what I do. You have to have a good mind, you have to have a good eye. Typography is key, a good eye for design is key, and obviously you need to have some sort of basic skill with Photoshop, otherwise you're going to be running around with your eyes closed. I started like that when I started using Photoshop, but when I went to college, got my qualifications and things, Photoshop was one of them, and I learned how to use it really quickly. So it's good to give yourself a look into it first, you know, look around to see how to use these sort of systems before you dive into the deep end, because there's nothing worse than trying to do it without knowing what you're doing. Learn how to do it first, look into typography. Some people need to do that because I've seen some posters that people make and you look at them and think, you know, it's there, but you just need to move it around a bit or change the font. I mean, the font is key. Again, I don't want to waffle on because I've already spoke about it, but that's it anyway, guys. So I'm not going to upload the textless image, but you did get a chance to see it in this video, so that's probably the only way you're going to get to see this, to be honest, and unless I decide just to post it up later on because somebody's probably edited it in the future anyway. But anyway, guys, if you've got any comments, please leave them down below. If you've got any questions about Photoshop, the poster itself, anything that I've not mentioned, leave your comments down below. I'll answer them as best as I can, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.